What's up, Home Slice? In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to make your very own tree branch grips. The best grips I've ever had. But you gotta focus. So in a nutshell, the idea behind the tree branch grip is to not only stimulate grip strength, because it is going to be more of a thick grip and you're going to have to fight more to hold around it, but because it is made from essentially a tree or a log with the bark left on it, you're going to get this gritty, rough, nature-like surface that with use over time is going to stimulate the hands to become tougher. And through my experiment, I found using these plus doing some other techniques led me to actually growing my hands bigger. Check out that video if you haven't already. So yeah, I've been training with these for over 10 days now. Absolutely love them, and I'm continuing to train with them. They've been holding up super well. Now I'm gonna share with you how I made these, how you can make your own. First things first, you're gonna wanna locate a log or a fallen tree branch. I actually went over to my parents' house. They had a bunch of firewood, a bunch of logs, and I found one that still had some bark on it, some bark that was rough. And also very important, the wood wasn't too dried out to the point where it was just like flaking and breaking all over, because you want it to be generally strong. And make sure there's no animals or bugs in it, ideally. And this also leaves it up to customization, because you can try to find a branch as thick or as thin up to a certain point as you want. But yeah, boom, this was perfect. Then it's fairly simple. You want to take this, you want to put it in a vise, and you want to cut it to the appropriate length. A ½ inch to an inch more than your 4 fingers on each side will suffice. So personally, I just use this mini Sawzall. That's all I really had. But you know, you could hand wood saw it or use something a little better if you wanted to. You know, just be careful when cutting wood. Don't do anything stupid. Don't cut your hand. Duh. Next thing we did, drill the hole. So putting it in the vise, flip it, make sure it's pretty secure in the vise. So you want to drill a hole big enough so where you put the rope through, you know, it actually goes through. This drill bit right here is a 5/8 of an inch drill bit. Now, as you can see, this drill bit in my drill wouldn't actually make it all the way through this grip. That's okay, guys, because you know how we do things. We just rig them, we hack them. So in the vise, drilling through, taking our time, not putting too much pressure, making sure it's going generally straight through there. When we got about halfway right here, we flipped the log around and started drilling the opposite way until hopefully you meet that other hole, right? Now, if you drill over halfway through and it's still tough, you might want to re-drill that hole, or you might just want to recut one of these and start over, because probably what happened is you drilled down this way, you drilled up this way, and now you're just all hollow on the inside and you're totally off. Try to start in the center and drill straight, and then try to start in the center and drill straight. You should meet up, especially if you're drilling a hole with a diameter of at least 5/8, like this drill bit right here. So obviously you want to get 2 grips, so you do that twice. Then you want to get yourself some rope. The type of rope is really up to you. Just keep in mind that different ropes have different strength capacities, or the different amounts they can hold. The rope that I'm using right here is essentially climber's rope. I believe it's rated for 220 pounds. I literally just bought this at the hardware store. It wasn't a hard find at all. I'm certain you can order some climber's rope off of Amazon. I just wanted to be sure that it could hold at least my body weight on one of these. So 220 pounds, you know, I think it could even hold more than that. It's just what it's rated for. Now, key thing I want to point out, I would recommend cutting maybe even way more than you think you're going to use, because you actually do want this kind of long, okay? You don't want it so short right here, even though that might look pretty and tight and not have all this extra play. Because one of the great benefits of using the tree branch grips is we can take this, we can wrap it around a bar, and we can essentially clip this into itself, and then you got a bar in there, like up in here, and you can use these to move the bar or throw these on top of a pull-up bar or something. So you want to have enough slack to where you can essentially wrap this around and clip it into itself. So yeah, use more than you expect, because you can always cut it off later. Now, if you are using climber's rope like I am using here, every time you make a fresh cut, you will notice it will actually start to fray at the ends, okay? So something to prevent this fraying from happening is take a simple small flame and you just touch it to the rope at the tip, and it will kind of melt that down. And if you want this to cool fast, I guess you could dip it in water or something, but you don't have to like roast it in the flame, okay? Just kind of touch it around the circumference of the tip of the rope, and you'll notice all the fraying kind of crunches in and it becomes more one unit. Let it cool for at least 30 seconds. Okay, don't burn a finger, and boom, now that's all solid. It's not fraying anymore. And now this will push right through your branch without fraying and getting stuck on the inside, okay? It's like a solid piece. You got your branch, you cut it to your specs, you drilled a hole through it, you got your rope, made sure you had some extra length, you cut it, you defrayed it, feed it through your branch, bring it around. Now it doesn't have to be fancy, guys, okay? Literally, this is just a knot. It's actually a double knot, okay? So I knotted it once, made sure it was tight, and you can pull on like all 4 of these to make sure it stays where it's tight, because if you just, tighten down, it's gonna tighten right down to the wood, so you kind of hold these other ends as you tighten that. Then I knotted it again, and I tightened that again. Boom, with a little extra slack hanging out, okay, just to be sure. Now it's really solid right there. This climber's rope is just great for holding those knots. Do your other one as well. Make sure these ropes are pretty much even. Adjust the knots as you see fit. Then I just got myself some of these things also at the hardware store. These were also rated for 200 pounds each. I didn't just get the cheap ones that you can get in the checkout that are for like keychains. No, this is some real deal stuff right here, okay? And then boom, you are done. There are your tree branch grips. The best grips I've ever had. Now just something to note, obviously they're not gonna be even, right? This one's a little bit narrower than this one, but it has this lump right here. Kind of a rule of thumb is if you do one set this way, do another set this way. You know what I'm saying? That's all that you need to do. With that being said, these have been holding up extremely well when it comes to doing all sorts of different exercises, from putting them on the ring straps, doing push-ups, doing decline pull-ups, doing pull-ups over a bar on these things, just hanging there, holding on to these things, wrapping them around a barbell, doing essentially like deadlift holds, holding up weight with them. I guess you could do farmer's carries with them if you put some weight on them, whatnot. Even throwing these ropes around machines at the gym. Yes, I'm that weird guy with these in the gym, but this isn't gonna be weird for longer, guys. Once you all start making these out there and you start bringing them to your local gym, it's gonna become the next big thing. I'm telling you, these are absolutely awesome for not only helping develop that grip strength and just being able to grip them, but also helping develop that hand toughness, because we're holding that gritty, earthy nature here. And guys, my hands are so much tougher and they are a little bigger ever since using these because of that grit training that I covered in my bigger hand 10-day video. Check out that video. There's a ton of other great information in there. Absolutely love these. It's gonna change the game. With that being said, if you're lazy and you want, let me know in the comments, should I make these things and sell them on either my website or on Etsy? The only thing is like, yeah, they're not gonna all be exactly this because every branch is different, you know what I mean? And because I'm gonna be hand making these things. The most expensive things that I bought were actually these clips right here. I think they're like $5 each, but this rope was only like 10 bucks, but you got all this rope. And then obviously the labor involved. So I would be turning a profit probably. You telling me my labor ain't worth that? Please let me know in the comments. With that being said, more videos coming out. If you guys are interested in my bodyweight training program, Bodyweight Beast 2.0, you can use these grips throughout that program. That is right, with a variety of exercises. And with that being said, stay tuned. I have more videos coming out. I hope you all have a great day. Huge shout out to all my patrons out there supporting this channel. If you want to join the squad, get your name in the end credits right here. Check out patreon.com/pygmy. Thank you all so much. Hope you all have a great day. Peace. I will see you all in the next video.